International travel is one of the most amazing and rewarding things that a person can do. Studies have found that more people are happy when they spend money on something that creates an experience rather than on material objects. What better way to create a memorable experience than to travel somewhere where you can experience incredible cultures, amazing sights, incredible food, and unique people? But it takes much more than a big city, a theme park, or an exotic destination to make a truly unique experience. It takes something that is more different than a traveler would have ever gotten at home. While our planet is full of them, there are a few things that stand above the rest. Welcome to Top 5. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button while you're here. Also, click that notification bell. We are constantly coming out with new content and want you to stay informed as soon as a new video is released. So, let's go ahead and get into it. Number 5. Hong Kong, China. Don't let the recent civil unrest in Hong Kong deter you from a visit. Even though the protests and riots, it still remained one of the most visited cities in the entire world and has remained that way for years. For starters, the city boasts a plethora of things to do, from massive theme parks to 24-hour dining. Just be ready to drop a few dollars if you stay in the heart of Hong Kong. If you are looking for an awesome shopping experience, this is definitely the city to be in. Hong Kong, while expensive to stay in, is also home to shops where high-end goods can be found for bargain prices. Many take it as a challenge to find some of the most luxurious name-brand items and snatch them up at ridiculously low prices. These are just some of the things that make this one of the most traveled cities in the world, so be sure to check it out. Number 4. Bangkok, Thailand. Hosting nearly 24 million visitors per year, Bangkok is one of the top tourist cities in the entire world. This huge metropolis is an incredible blend of modern and traditional cultures. Here, you can find everything from huge skyscrapers, temples, historic architecture, lavish gardens, sporting complexes, palaces, hotels, and everything in between. But along with being an incredibly busy city, even during the daylight hours, Bangkok is known for being incredibly budget-friendly. If your interest is sports, then you can catch a live kickboxing match for only a few dollars. Want to feast on some mango sticky rice? It'll set you back only $3 or $4. Even some of the nicer hotels are more affordable than you might think, with some luxurious rooms going for around $40 per night. It's the perfect place to get the most bang for your buck. Number 3. London, England. Few places in the world will leave a tourist feeling as classy and posh as London, England will. What used to be the capital of a once sprawling empire still entices millions of visitors per year. It is more than just the tourist attractions like the Tower of London, Westminster Abbey, and St. Paul's Cathedral that make people want to visit. It is even more than the centuries of history. London's culture has a certain way of making its visitors feel royal. So much in terms of Hollywood and even pop culture has been focused on London that the city is able to stir deep emotions in its visitors. But aside from the warm fuzzies, tourists can still appreciate the various neighborhoods and famous markets such as the Camden Market or the Borough Market, each with small vendor stalls selling foods and local goods. Number 2. New York City, United States of America. It wouldn't be a proper list without talking about America's concrete jungle, New York City. For the last 100 years, New York City has been the center of nearly everything that drives American culture. Musicians such as Frank Sinatra and Alicia Keys made it the subject of their music. Movies such as Escape from New York or American Psycho bring it even more fame. Wall Street surely does its due diligence for the city as it is the heartbeat of the national economy. How can you narrow it down? Most people visit NYC just to be part of the city life, taking subways and taxis to get to Broadway shows or to see the New Year's Eve ball drop in Times Square. It is surely an incredible time traveling between the various villages like Chinatown or Little Italy to sample various bits of their culture. All in all, a person could make 5 trips to New York City and each visit would be totally different than the last. It never sleeps and it never stops amazing. Before we get to our number 1 pick, please don't forget to give our video a like. We want to know that we're doing great work for you, our viewers. Number 1. Paris, France. Paris, France is the city of love. Usually traveled to by couples, it is the perfect backdrop for celebrating milestones in life, like engagements or honeymoons. Where else can you get a hotel room with a terrace that has a spectacular view of the Eiffel Tower while celebrating your recent nuptials? Paris has actually been ranked as the #1 destination in the world for people wanting to propose to their partners. But it actually offers much more than just a place for a romantic getaway. Two other things you can find in Paris is good food and good art. Famous chefs like Gordon Ramsay have spent time in Paris learning how to cook. Nowhere in the world can you walk into a fine dining restaurant and not find something that wasn't inspired by French culinary practices. As far as art, Paris is where you will find the Louvre Museum, home to the famous Mona Lisa. It is the breathtaking trip of a lifetime. Do you agree with our list? Where is somewhere that you're hoping to travel? Let us know in the comments below. Also, for more great content, check out some of our previous videos. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.